Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advait Gadadhara Shri Vasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Vishnu Bhakti Shri Bhakti Vedanta Swami Ti Namani Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prachar Shunyavadi Pashar Teshatani Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Om Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Bhakti Vedanta Swami Ti Namani Namacharya Padaya Nitya Gadari Gaura Dhamdaya. So today now we are reading Bhagavad Gita 16.64. In the previous shlokas, we saw Krishna end the shloka, Yattachasi tatha kuru. Whatever you want to do, do. Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita on the battlefield to his despotent disciple friend Arjuna. First he spoke the Bhagavad Gita, then he summarized the entire Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. Ideally, the Bhagavad Gita should have ended here, rested here, but there are a few shlokas left. Let's explore the shloka number 64. Sarva Guyatme Bhuye Shuno Me Param Vachaha Itosmi Dhridam Iti Tato Vakyashmi Te Hitam. Because you are my very dear friend, I am speaking to you, my supreme instruction, the most confidential knowledge of all. Hear this from me, for it is for your benefit. Istosmi dhridam iti. You are my best friend. Tato vakshami ta hitam. What Krishna is speaking is most confidential. Hear it from me. It will be beneficial. After saying do according to your wishes, then why again is he saying, I will give you a confidential knowledge. I'll give you the secret. Karma yoga, jnana yoga, stanga yoga, bhakti yoga. Krishna spoke it all on the battlefield. What happens between these two shlokas, shloka number 63 and 64? Krishna says, do as you like. Arjuna is slightly thinking, he's slightly undecisive. Karma yoga, jnana yoga, stanga yoga, bhakti yoga, what to choose? Sensing the confusion mind of Arjuna, Krishna is assuring Arjuna, but out of compassion for his devotees, Krishna's butter-like heart melts. Krishna speaks. He wants his devotee to get crystal clear clarity. He walks that extra mile. Have you understood? Otherwise, I can explain it over again. Krishna wants all fallen souls to come back to him, the merciful Father. A patient suffering from a particular type of malady is always inclined to accept eatables which are forbiddable for him. The expert physician does not make any compromise with the patient by allowing him to take partially what he should not at all take. The true friend Krishna is exactly like the physician. Sarva Guyatme Bhuye, the most confidential knowledge of all, Krishna has spoken. The expert friend Krishna also can discover novel ways and means to convert the baffled friend Arjuna in terms of a particular time and circumstances. We've always heard that you should be like a friend to your children. Yes, a grown-up son or a daughter, you should befriend her. Why? Because we are most relaxed with friends. How many of you have faced Arjuna's moment in your life? Dharam Sankat. Did you find solace? When you're despondent, don't do anything foolish. Trust someone worthy. Sometimes it can be reversal. It is said, et tu brute. Can somebody share experience? Anybody, Mataji's? Hare Krishna?
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yes, can you share an experience?
Experience, Mataji, I know one thing. We faced many challenges in our life. whether it is external or internal. We face many Arjuna moments in our life. But yes, there is always somebody. When you look back to your life or when you see forward, there is somebody in some form, as your relative, as your mother, as your sister, as a friend, or a servant also, or even a pet, that really helps you out in your conflicts. And that is your friend, Mataji. I have gone through many ups and downs in my life, and I have found many people standing besides me. Even my son, my daughter has also helped me come out of such difficult situations. So they are Krishna in my life, Mataji.
Okay. Anybody
Thank
else? Thank you. Anybody else, Mataji?
I think all of us, Mataji, it may be some form of an illness, right from our childhood or right from our birth till now. Somebody has been holding our hands in the form that is invisible to us and helped us out through major or minor, hindrances, and have brought us this far
Yes,
in
Mataji. So
some form.
yes.
And that is
Thank you.
what I believe through all these. Actually, it's a realization for me. As I'm reading Bhagavad Gita, all this comes to me as a realization. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you. So, we all understand this, that somewhere in our life, we do have a friend. We do have somebody whom we can trust. Very, like very close, like whether it's a book or it's a friend in some form or the other. So, okay, let's see now what Krishna has to, what the Bhagavad Gita explains. One is suffering from jaundice. He is reluctant to take sugar candy, but he should know that sugar candy is the only remedy for jaundice. Sugar candy has to be administered to the patient. Proper guidance at at the time of need. A friend in need is a friend indeed. Krishna spoke to a reluctant, baffled, despondent Arjuna at the battlefield, to a dear friend who was a family man, not a person from the renounced order of life. The despondent Arjuna took shelter, took the despondent Arjuna took shelter of his best friend, Guru Krishna. The Lord wants to satisfy his devotees. This is exchange of loving affairs. When there is a fire in a house, the inmates of the house go to get help from the neighbors who may be foreigners, and yet without knowing the language, the victims of the fire express themselves and the neighbors understand the need, even though it is not expressed in the same language. Krishna and Arjuna shared the same spirit of cooperation, real association. Guru, guide, are the ones who can count on, no matter what. The one who accompanies you to the battlefield and brings you home, they never have to tell you that they are yours ever well wisher. Okay, let's take a example from Bhagavatam. Vyasadeva is despondent, just like Arjuna, not due to his lack of sufficient knowledge, because as a student, he has fully inquired about the Vedic literatures, as a result of which Mahabharata was compiled. Vyasadeva approached his guru, Narada Muni. I am not pacified. I therefore question you about the root cause of my dissatisfaction, for you are a man of unlimited knowledge. The prompt diagnosis of Sri Narada is at once declared. The root cause of despondency of Vyasadeva was his deliberate avoidance of glorifying the Lord in his various editions of the Puranas. He had given descriptions of the glories of the Lord, but not as many as he has given to Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. This clearly indicates that no one can be pleased substantially without being engaged in devotional service of the Lord. The force of material nature gradually leads one to a hellish condition of perpetually pains and miseries. As long as we do not accept the Supreme Lord as the supreme proprietor of everything, one cannot achieve the highest perfection of life. What Krishna reveals to Arjuna is confidence. Bhakti yoga is ultimate. The merciful Jagat Acharya, Srila Prabhupada, has given us the most confidential knowledge from the beginning. He has served it in every page and line of his books. Loving devotional service. Associations of devotee, sincerity, service, and surrender. Devotional service necessitates purifying the senses. Devotional service is not inaction. My Guru Maharaj, Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, says, we should study the Bhagavad Gita. What Krishna has said, everything is there. A lot of questions are answered simply by reading the words of Krishna. Let's take another example. The Ram Leela wave is high. Let's look at Garuji's bafflement. The Vahan bird of the Lord, Garuda, got despondent. Sri Rama crying for Sita ji as an ordinary mortal in the battlefield with Ravana. Sri Ram and Lakshman ji got tied by the Nagapash by Meghnad. Garuda ji was summoned to untie the lords by Hanuman ji. Snakes are food for Garuda. Garuda ji felt superior. Lord needed me. Lord needed my help. I did it. They are the Lord. Are they the Lords? No. Garuda ji got entangled in his own situation. Questions and answers were self-interpreted. One question led to another. Some answers were baffling. Most of them to his taste. Self-medication will not help. You need a realized, learned physician, or you just get more and more entangled. Garuda ji, the intelligent bird, met Chintamani Narada ji. Ekmukhi Narada ji was singing hymns. Narayan, Narayan, Narayan. Narayan ji expressed his incapability to clear Garuda ji's doubt. Narad ji knew that Sri Ram wanted him to be a little more puzzled. Narad ji advised him to meet his four-headed father, Brahmaji. Brahmaji was approached. Brahmaji sensed the situation. He paid obeisances to the Supreme Lord within his heart. He told Garudaji that he himself got caught in the Lord's Maya, stealing the cowherd voice, and as he was chanting the four Vedas now, asked Garudaji to approach Lord Shiva. Garudaji leaves to Kailash. Lord Shiva was en route to meet Kuber. He met a shaken, non-confident Garuda on the way. Garudaji tried to talk to Lord Shiva on the way. The Tribhuvan Guru was in a rush. Well, said Lord Shiva, you have to listen to satsang. I'm in a hurry. What you achieve in satsang, you get that only there. The Lord's name, fame, pastime, leela. Hari bhajata, Hari bhavata. Shankarji tells Garuda, go where Hari Katha is spoken every time. You will get your answers. Wo Vaikunt, jahan kirtan tera. Go to Nila Mountains where Kagabhushan resides, the crow devotee, Chiranjeevi devotee. A Garuda going to a crow? I just smashed. Kagi Kaki Bhasha Jane. Kagbhushanji was discussing the Lord's pastime with other birds. Even Lord Shiva, disguised as a swan, would many a times attend the discourses. Garudaji arrives. Kagbhushan receives him. Garudaji asks many questions. Garudaji then asks, is Gyan bigger than Bhakti? Kagbhushan answers, Bhakti and Gyan are essential. Garudaji understands the hidden confidential message. Bhakti is ultimate as Kagbhushan has termed bhakti first. When you become fortunate enough to associate with an unadulterated devotee of the Lord and get a chance to hear the unadulterated glories of the Lord, certainly the flow of devotional service takes place like the flow of a river. Garuda ji is now himself. My Guru Maharaj says, for the chanters of the holy name, the names is already written in Krishna's book for going back to Godhead. So chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So Hare Krishna Mataji and everybody attended. Thank you for being patient and listening to it. Hare Krishna to all the
Hare Krishna,
assembled.
Dandavat Pranam Mataji.
Hare
Thank you
Krishna
for that
Mataji,
interesting